Yo, what is up YouTube? It is your boy Charles, and you're back again with a brand new video for y'all today. And today this is a branded Despia deck, but this is basically my own variant. So yeah guys, without further ado, drop the like, comment, and always feel free to subscribe. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so to start things off, obviously we do play 3 copies of Aluber. Basically just the Stratos of the deck really, and yeah, that's basically all it is. Let's just say if you have Branded Lost in your hand, or actually, let's say if you have Branded Fusion in your hand and then you normal summon this card, search the freaking Branded Lost and then activate Branded Lost, and then from there on you're basically Gucci. And yeah, this card is just really good. 3 Fauna Albaz, standard, basically the key card to why this deck is tier 1, and it's basically a super poly on either field. Well, actually, I don't know if it's either field, but basically on your opponent's field except your own. This card's really good, and you know, it's super poly. 3 Tragedy, because it's basically a tragedy card that is at 3. This card's really nuts for a chain block, and this card's just really good. 3 Edge Im Change for did I just say Edge Im Change? But Edge Im Chain. This card, Fight for Patchwork, the freaking patchwork combo, it just slaps, you know. 1 Ad Libitum, good to search off with Tragedy. Dramaturge, just to basically just bring a 3k body on the field, and it's a negation. 1 Albion Shrouded, I don't know how to feel about this card, but honestly, why not just get a free draw, right? 1 copy of McCourier, good for negates. Spriggan's Kit, this does tend to come up every now and then. Like, I like to add a branded spell or trap from my graveyard just for follow up in case if I don't have an Aluber, and the comedy in case of, you know, if I get negated or something, or Veiler, because comedy is a comedy card. And yeah, this is basically just my monsters, so we're gonna go straight to the spells. And for the spells, obviously we do run the 3 branded fusion. Basically the reason why this deck is still freaking broken because of this card, and you know, this card is just busted. I feel like they need to at least hit 1 copy or something, just like in OCG. And yeah, this card's just busted. And speaking of busted, 3 branded opening. So this card itself, on draw phase, you can just activate this card, and then you don't even get draw and lock because you activate on draw phase, and this card is just really good. Like this, like freaking branded opening. I see why freaking OCG limited this card to 1, and it's so reasonable. Like freaking branded opening is just busted. 3 Fight for Patchwork. With this package alone, it just makes the deck way more consistent, and why this card is, why this deck as a whole is still tier 1. 3 Allure of Darkness, just makes it more consistent with draw power, and you know, Fight for and Allure of Darkness in hand, it's kind of nuts. 3 Super Poly, I think this card definitely needs to get banned, or if not, at least limit to 1, because you know, I could just Super Poly whenever I can on just for follow up plays, and you know, they really need to hit this card immediately, because if not, then all hell is loose, I guess. I don't know. Branded in red, 2 copies just for Chimera or Masquerade in case if it's situational. You kind of want to burn your opponent's life points as possible just for game. And if so, usually most of the time you just use this card just for Chimera. So yeah, that's just all it is. 2 Poly, you don't need to run 3. Branded Lost, basically just Magical Meltdown. This is just really nuts. I feel like if I was to run 2 copies, it'll make it really insane, but it's only optional if I want to. And the Theater, just for extra poly, and plus, like, I think you can bring back a fusion monster off of this card alone itself, which is kind of nice if you think about it. And yeah, that's basically all the spell cards. Like, everyone should know this deck by now. Like, if you just get hit by freaking anti-spell in game 2, that would suck, because you know, anti-spell is basically somewhat similar to Imperial Order, but you know, Imperial Order is like way worse than anti-spell. Like, while as anti-spell you have to wait until your next turn, you know, to activate your spells the turn it was set. So yeah, this is basically just all the spells. And then obviously trap cards, I'd only run 2, Banishment, which is from Defo, which this card's really similar to Branded Red, but instead, like, the difference with Banishment is that you can use it during either field and or hand, but what is it called? Either field part of this card is just freaking nuts. And then the Branded Sword, I mean, the only reason why I run this copy, because let's say if I have a McCourier banish due to Allure of Darkness or just anything banished, I think the whole point, like I said, the whole point of this card is just to banish this card to add back a Fallen Alabaster that mentions yada yada. That's the whole point. It's just to add either Spriggans or McCourier. But yeah, that's basically all the traps. Nothing else to it. And yeah, that's basically all the main deck from here on out. So let's go on to the extra deck, shall we? So for the extra deck, obviously 2 Mirror Jade, basically your Ominous Omen of the deck, but way stronger. Like honestly, this card's nuts. I see why it says you can only control 1 Mirror Jade once per turn, you know, which, I mean, imagine 2 Mirror Jades, soft once per turn, bring itself back. Yeah, that'd be nuts. Lubellion, basically just to bring Mirror Jade, like that's really all it is, or just any other monster. Your burn, Red Ice Flare Metal Dragon, Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. This card's really good. I mean, let's say if I was to have 3 of these, basically just an auto win, which I might think about buying 1 more copy. If they do somehow reprint this card off of the Megatins, then I hope this card will tend to plummet down in price, in terms of like price. I mean, in terms of just market wise, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, hopefully this card will get reprinted in the tins. 3 Albion. I think this is probably my favorite card, because this card just basically helps you like for follow plays for opponent's turn, and you know, this card's just really good, man. It's like I said, it's my favorite card, really good card as a whole, and you know, it can also get you into Dragoon, but I don't really play that card honestly. 2 Chimera, standard, running 2, you gotta run 2 of these. Really good card. Queritus, I don't know why people pronounce this card wrong. I think it's pronounced as Queritus. It literally says right here. I mean, y'all can't even see it on the screen, but Despia and Queritus, it really does come up every now and then, but it's not really like the greatest card out there, unless if you were to play mirror match, this card would be just nothing. 1 Predaplant Dragostapalia, really standard. Usually you just need this as a one-off, just for super poly target. 1 Bergrand the Glory Dragon, in case if something happens, you know, this card can get you into Fallen Albaz right away, and you know, you can just immediately super poly, and I like this card a lot. And the last card, Starving Venom, basically just super poly. Starving Venom is really nuts, considering that it can increase attack from a special summon monster, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is basically all the extra deck monsters, and yeah, that's how it be, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is basically all the extra deck stuff. And onto basically my side. This is basically how I wanted to make it, you know. This is just based on my preference, but you know, I don't care about Handtraps for this deck, because this deck is just too consistent like any other. So I mean, even if I get Droll and Lockbird, it's whatever. So anyways, y'all, 3 Lightning Storm. I hate back removals or just monsters in general. Like, I just want them out of here, and like, I just want to like play on my turn so that I can win the game. 1 Harpy's Feather. Mystic Mine needs to go. I feel like Mystic Mine as a whole needs to get banned. It's kind of ruined the game as a whole, but yeah. Floodgates in general, it's just too much. Too much to ask for. Raigeki, since it's at 3, Raigeki is seriously not bad, but I mean, you know what? Because this is my deck, like I said, Raigeki at 3 is fun. 2 Dark Ruler No More, in case if there's a big combo deck going on, and you know, I don't want to see Baron de Fleur or just any other freaking decks out there with, well, anything that's just like freaking, what's it, combo deck heavy, you know, just anything combo deck heavy, I could just use this card, and you know, on my next turn, you could just win the game. Token Collector, Sword Soul, and Brave Token. That's just the whole point of it. Like, this card still haunts me to this day during the freaking sneak peek from a month ago, and I should have won at least 3-1 during that sneak peek, but you know, I've ended up winning 2-2, which is okay. I'm happy where I am now, so that's how it be, you know. Practice makes perfect. And D Barrier, a card that really just ruins every deck except for Sky Striker and any other freaking Link deck out there. Freaking D Barrier is just nuts. You gotta run this at 3 for siding. Yeah, this is basically just my whole side deck. And yeah guys, what do you guys think about that whole deck profile? Do you think this deck profile is really decent just without hand traps as a whole? And yeah guys, it's been a month here, and thank you guys for the 100 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. And yeah guys, like I said, y'all, take it easy. I think I might make another video after this, because you know what, I might just do a test hand video just for why not, because yeah, yeah, you know, you get what I'm saying. But yeah, this is Charles here, and I'll see you guys on the next video. So, and yeah, take it easy, yo.
Girl, I can't take it, these temptations keep my heart racing, make love faces. I'm not good with changes, still